Before we begin, Headspace Maroochydore and Headspace Gympie would like to acknowledge the Kabi Kabi Gubbi Gubbi people, the traditional owners of the land our centres reside and services take place. We also acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we speak and share our voice today, the Turrbal and Yuggera peoples. We acknowledge that this land is stolen land and sovereignty was never ceded. Good morning, youth peers, advocates, and allies. Thank you for inviting us today. My name is Darcy, and I use he, him pronouns. I cannot express enough how truly important the sense of community and acceptance is to developing confidence, independence, and pride. At the age of 16, I was forced to flee my home on the Gold Coast whilst being physically assaulted by my mother and stepfather. I left with a broken arm and nothing but the clothes on my back. Within 24 hours, my world had turned inside out. I found myself couch surfing and in and out of youth homeless shelters, and during this period, I was unable to attend school. I had lost my family, friends, and was now living in a completely different city on the Sunshine Coast. I had lost access to social opportunities, my education, and community. Suddenly, I found myself unable to participate in anything remotely social and was hardly able to get myself out of bed due to a crippling anxiety that, ironically, doesn't affect me with public speaking. So, thinking I was only experiencing some sort of general social anxiety, it wouldn't be until I was 17 that I would get an emergency diagnosis of, and you might be surprised to hear this, Level 3 autism spectrum disorder and complex PTSD. During this chaotic and terrifying experience, the one place that I felt included and supported, that gave me that sense of belonging and community that I so desperately needed, was Headspace Maroochydore. Now, almost 4 years on, I can proudly say that I am here today on behalf of the Headspace Maroochydore Youth Engagement Committee. Accompanying me today are the wonderful Jared and Georgia, two members from the Youth Engagement Committee at Headspace Gympie. We're here to share our experiences from a youth camp that we recently attended and to advocate for more camps like this to be held across the state. Held in December of 2024 in Twin Waters on the Sunshine Coast, Camp Connect was a meaningful 3-day event focused on promoting personal growth, community connection, and mental health awareness for young people. Organised by Headspace Centres Gympie and Maroochydore and supported by funding from Country to Coast, the camp brought together 15 young people aged between 16 and 25 in a welcoming and inclusive environment. The camp featured a mix of engaging activities like archery, canoeing, team building exercises, and mid-ropes challenges. These activities encouraged teamwork, leadership, and developed confidence whilst enjoying time outdoors. Workshops on mental health, cultural learning, and leadership offered practical skills and opened up important conversations, giving us valuable insights that we could take back into our everyday lives. For many young people, it can be difficult to build meaningful connections, especially in a world that is so technologically centric and is only becoming more so. This camp gave us the opportunity to step outside of our usual routines and our comfort zones, to develop new and meaningful relationships and connections with other young people in a safe, nurturing, and supportive environment. It wasn't just about outdoor activities, it was about sharing experiences, listening to each other, and creating a space where everyone felt heard and supported. Hosting more of these camps would provide young people with skills, confidence, and a sense of belonging, and we believe more young people across Queensland should have the chance to be part of something like this. I would now like to invite the wonderful Jared from Headspace Gympie to share more about his experiences at Camp Connect.
Hello, I'm Jared, a YAC member at Headspace Gympie. I believe youth camps like Camp Connect are valuable because they offer young people a chance to build relationships in a different environment, one that encourages teamwork, learning, and personal growth. At camp, we weren't just meeting new people, we were forming real friendships by working together in outdoor activities and team challenges. These activities gave us a new appreciation for nature, while also teaching us important life skills. One of the biggest benefits of camps like this is the way they help develop teamwork and leadership skills. Whether it was navigating a canoe with a partner or tackling group challenges, we learned how to communicate, collaborate, and step up as leaders when needed. These experiences don't just stay at camp, they help shape how we approach challenges in everyday life. This is why I see the value in organising more youth camps across Queensland. They create a supportive space where young people can connect, learn, and grow, and that's something worth investing in. Now, before I hand over to Gio, we'd like to share a glimpse of our experience of Camp Connect in 2024.
Okay. Hi. Hi, I'm Georgia, a YEC member at the Headspace Gympie. Making real connections can be tough, but this camp broke those barriers through shared experiences, cultural learning, and personal growth. One moment that really stuck out to me was sitting around a bonfire, listening to a First Nations Cubby Cubby man, Gordon Browning, present a cultural learning workshop. He told us that when the trees blow, it's our ancestors reminding us that they're here. That was powerful. It deepened my connection to the land and those around me. Beyond cultural workshops, we bonded through activities and late night talks where we shared our beliefs and our personal struggles. Hearing others' perspectives even changed some of my own. That's what real community is about. Learning, listening, and growing together. This camp was valuable, but it can be even better. Here's our proposals. Number 1, target camps to 18 to 25-year-olds to ensure a tailored and more impactful experience. Number 2, develop camps in consultation with young people. And finally, number 3, invest in expanding youth camps across Queensland so that more young adults have the opportunity to connect with each other. This isn't just a camp, it's an investment in young people, stronger communities, and a deeper respect for the First Nation culture. Let's make it happen. Thank you.